I want to know Unhumans. What's the thesis of that book?
Yeah, the hypothesis of the new book with Jack Posobiec is that a communist revolution, whether it's called communist or a cultural revolution or a color revolution or cultural Marxism or progressivism, leftism, socialism, whatever you want to call it, the book traces the last 250 years worth of revolutions to identify a specific process they follow, the procedure of radical revolutionary change that often involves political disruptions, institutional takeover, and even outright warfare. And what we find out is that the modern malaise of the West that everyone feels to an extent, but can't quite explain what's going on exactly. But we see these sort of culture war skirmishes that result in someone being taken out, right? Debanked, deplatformed, and so on. What we're witnessing in the Western world, we hypothesize, is an irregular communist revolution. Warfare has changed. So too has political uptake, upheaval, uprising. Warfare used to be armies with bullets at each other. But warfare has transitioned in many ways to being what's called gray zone warfare, where powers are fighting one another via supply chain disruptions, cyber attacks, proxy battles, these sorts of things, rather than having open conflict. And yet the conflict is still very real, but it's called gray zone warfare or low intensity conflict. And we hypothesize that political revolution, particularly communism, has also followed that transition of warfare. And so what we propose is that the best way to describe, predict, and prescribe what to do about it in the Western world is that we are currently experiencing a gray zone communist revolution, a low intensity revolutionary war that's every bit as real as a communist revolution has been in the past, but it's much sneakier and therefore has not been met with resistance over the last 60 years of seizure, a long march through all institutions, and it's very much following the ancient Chinese military tactic of winning without fighting.
That sounds super interesting. I wish you'd give me a review copy ahead of time because I would read that.